just needed to watch YouTube. iPad it don't have certain sculpting or okay. Good to go. Do we need this on anymore or no?
You do not need this on, but I would definitely recommend having something that you can actually see what's kind of going on. This one here is ready to go. When you're ready to record, click this button here.
Okay.
And it'll start recording to the flash drive.
Hey, you're gonna get changed up here, right?
No. Yeah.
Hey, if anything goes wrong, I can't fix it. That's why I have you guys come.
Hopefully nothing will go wrong. But we are streaming.
Okay. Oh, you're streaming now? Now to...
That's live.
Right now it's live?
So,
is it going to where? Public? Or?
You have it set to private, right?
Yeah. So now we need to add Laura's... How we invite Laura?
What do we need then?
Oh, she remember texting her up. Email. We need to send the link there.
Oh god, the DNS isn't responding. That's wonderful. What I want to hear about this Just so you know, James, you're live.
Yeah. Click him off, James.
Why are you doing that?
Well, they won't hear that. Not for like another 30 seconds.
Just delete.
Why would you do that to me?
I can't really say. Probably got a little bit of it here.
Which one's reserved? This one isn't reserved, right?
Nobody has
Supposed to be the one
address
that
yet.
carries. No one has what?
It's a private thing. So
Put it down
nobody
there
has
where I
the
thought once
address
they
yet.
switched it
Down there?
Yeah.
people are, yeah, if you could, because people have been tripping on that.
Okay, you want to sign into YouTube so you can watch it on this one? Take that one back up there for sure.
You have power for this one? I hope. It is a PC, so it is going to run out of power.
Hi Laura, I just sent you the well, you can have a lot of people there, and they just watch it on your screen. So you should be streaming, you should be able to see this empty podium right now. Okay, sounds good. All right. You got my cell phone number? Yeah. Okay. She got another computer, so we don't need that one. We'll just keep. Nope, I still need that. Run the slideshow. No, I don't got an HDMI hookup.
For
iMac, it's over here, iMac.
so it doesn't have HDMI, does it have VGA?
We got VGA, I don't think so.
If you have VGA out, we can do that.
Oh, I got we got a VGA.
We have a VGA out?
I think so. I got that converter or whatever.
Sound and everything, so it needs to be.
Hey, where's my bed? Yeah, bring the VGA.
Isn't there going? There it is, huh?
Working. And then we're gonna record it to that flash drive. So it's in
Oh,
there as
yeah,
well,
okay.
so
Well, great.
that way you can pull it up later if need be.
Yeah.
Okay. 16 minutes is up. How long does it usually last? About an hour and a half?
Carrie's speech is just about that long this year. Her speech is 77 pages long. There were breaks in between, so for an hour, a little over an hour.
And plus the HDMI was loose anyways, it kept flickering. So this will probably be better connection.
I'll get you a VGA cable then.
Thank you. I like how you knew what I was asking. Okay, I grabbed some too. I grabbed some. Don't fit in there. I think this is the newer version because this is smaller. I know. We might as well just leave those up there just in case. Firewood. It's too small. This must be the older version.
A little bit, yeah. And gaming got I have a camera. about this little box.
Oh, okay.
Then I just put the camera to that. That goes to the computer. And everything else we had. And all the software. YouTube.
So there's a slight delay then?
Yeah, there is a slight delay. I think it's like 40 seconds or something like that.
Well, that's not bad.
Will depend on the internet connection.
Well, you should have about 30 megs here.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
internet speed that we measured it at one time.
Hi, Mike.
I was thinking over here. Who's sitting here, Larry?
I thought that was a picture.
Joe and Jeff are joining us.
Joe and Jeff?
Yeah,
Who else is?
I don't know who else.
So they reserved this?
Didn't
Who reserved this?
this I got you the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, are these the same?
Yeah. Let me carry your car.
Do I have to sit here with you guys? Or I can sit probably next to, and Josie sit like way back? Guys, just let me go in and out. You got you guys to help you, right? All right. Watch out for that cord.
Take this off. Oh, wait, no.
Incoming call from Jim Morales. Incoming call from Jim Morales. Incoming call from Jim Morales.
Excuse me, are there specific tables that Amelia should be at? Okay. Is my camera gonna block people's views? I wanna see. Might actually, because I wanna be able to see the speakers. So I might go in the back.
Or you can go halfway back.
Yeah, whatever is easiest. That works perfect. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Just want to make sure it's a good spot to get everybody. I'm Mary. I'm with Register. Nope, I should be good. And are we starting off with dancing the drum? Getting all set up?
Yep.
Okay. I'm from Lakeland News. Yeah.
It's a Leech straight now? I know. Thank you so much. Personally, I want to be 2 times a year. Focused on they're really committed to this. It looks so nice. It takes a lot of people. I want to say something. They're right in the second table right here.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Gotta have those guys move. That's what
These guys right here?
Yeah.
Is it reserved?
Have them move over to this table.
Is it reserved?
Yep.
Because that's Senator Sachs.
What? Who all them are?
Actually, didn't she?
Let's keep that one for the family.
I think this is the one she told me. We were sitting here yesterday practicing. I always said it was right behind me. Because I asked her.
laptop. They don't have any power for it, but that thing is not connecting whatsoever.
Hey, will this one work? Does my power charge? No.
They can probably steal off of this one. This one will probably last a little bit longer than this one. This one's kind of a powerhouse. I forgot my phone.
We're still locked. Still locked in the YouTube over there.
Somebody's all over.
You're a young geezer.
Which one's for Carrie's family? That one? Oh.
You know where her family's sitting?
Two tables down.
Sit there?
Morning.
This guy's been in Navy. Don't be talking that way, fella. See, this may flowers at the last funeral I went to.
I had a picture. You got a picture of your door for the chair. Chair.
I went north too.
North. Can you get in there? I want to get a picture. You want me to hold it for you?
Oh, the Aiken boys.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Like a golf team almost.
Hey, we gotta force them.
Let me get a picture of you. Do we want to take time?
You want me to get all of you in there, Joe?
Okay, good. Did you get anything to eat? You got sandwiches. Good to see you. Is it on shop? I like to be here. I'm kid. Keep up the good work. This is a lifelong friend of ours, Jeff Long.
My pleasure to meet you. Oh, really?
Big Falls.
Oh, yeah, right. Just up the road a few miles anyway.
We went to Walker together. We used to race together and play basketball, hunting.
Lots of golf.
College golf. A lot of exciting things going on in the big town. I said, don't sign me up for that. You were there? Yeah. That's right.
Are you from North?
What was his first name? Did he play sports? Did he get football?
Yeah, we played.
Chores first. Where are you sitting?
You're gonna sit right back here. I bought Greg Nelson. He's a regional manager at the gym.
Jeff Wallen?
Okay, my pleasure. Meet you.
Are you from Bemidji?
No, I originally grew up in small town in Southeast. But I've been in Black Duck for Bemidji. Oh, that's a long time, yeah. Great. A little bit. Yep.
Spent all summer at the tent. Yeah. My life. Day to day. Pray for rain some days and pray for it. Well, Justin's saying yes. I think we pray for rain.
We've been asking for it for 4 years, so.
So a lot of people are being on the Western Fighters. We're glad we got that first Better choose your words carefully.
I was talking to myself.
Pretty good. Senator, sure, Joe Aiken. Bemidji, my friend Jeff Wallen. Went to BSU grad. Dad was our high school principal. But we didn't always get in. And every time we did, we got caught. So we didn't get very far.
That sounds like my school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, these small towns produce some pretty good people. Small town, complicated. It is. Yeah. Did you go to grad? No, you graduated 66. You graduated 65. But you knew
So you had your 50.
well, we're planning it. We're slow.
We're having your 51st.
It takes us a while. It's snuck up on us too quick.
We talked about it too late.
Yeah. With only 60.
About 60.
One deceased.
Only one deceased. You was, I suppose in the first 10, 15 years after graduation, so people
Vietnam, right.
whatever. And then nothing really happened until about the last 3 or 4 years. All of a sudden. People retire and they can't handle it.
That's the first thing that occurred to me when I was
There's a lesson here.
Let's see, we're going to have our 50th. How many are we going to lose in this 12 months? You know, I am. Just 10 weeks. I do driving training.
Okay.
7 weeks in the fall, just 3 weeks in the spring. I'm telling you, I get a kick out of it.
Actually, you probably learned how much is going on.
Yeah,
There's probably doing there.
You know, it looks like what anybody's doing
kind of right there.
Oh, okay.
It's not red lakes.
No, she's not.
That's right, you know, the state put in $100, unlike the rest of the it's scaled. This one's 2 years. I'm sure it'd be reviewed, but you know, the state needs to know if the feds are correct. It is, I mean, but it's kind of a Senate bill. It's really
Rubber's very favorable to tribes.
yeah, it is. Well, the coffee and rolls are right out there. It's so extravagant that you probably didn't like a good deal.
So what else have been keeping you running?
Well, you know, it's show you for the those schools that you mentioned are
Good morning. We'll be starting our program in about 3 to 4 minutes. So if you will grab your table and your seat, and if you have not registered at one of the booths or the main registration table, please do so. If the tribal council members are present and in the room or close by, would you please come to the podium? We'll begin in about 3 minutes. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Ron. See ya.
People were sneaking by and beating get on it. Round them
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you will have your seats, we will begin our program. First and foremost, before we do anything else, I would like you to adjust your cell phones, please. We don't want to embarrass anybody here during our program. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Leech Lake Band, staff members, honored guests, friends. Welcome to the Leech Lake Band Ojibwe Annual State of the Band Address, sponsored by the Leech Lake Tribal Council, its planning committee staff, and hosted by the Leech Lake Gaming Operations. Before we get too far into the program, I want to acknowledge the native firefighters who are currently fighting fires all over the nation. We will mention their names from the Leech Lake Band in a minute or so. But first we would like to have you rise and we will present the colors. Before we play the next song, that was the grand entry song, as you can see by the flags and the royalty of the Leech Lake Band. I want to acknowledge the flag bearers of the Honor Guard, Mr. Terry Smith, Maggie Day, Francis Cowboy Wynn, and Orville Johnson, who has got the staff. As you know, as we stand and pay tribute to the flag posting, remembering we are honoring the many family members, the fathers, the mothers, the uncles, the aunties, and the brothers and sisters and other relatives who currently are serving in the U.S. military or have served. Many who have served in World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, Grenada, Panama, Iraq, and Afghanistan, and other places in the world. And many provided the ultimate sacrifice. We continue to honor the military veterans, native and non-native. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the Leech Lake Band royalty before you today. We have Isaiah Heinlein, the Leech Lake Brave, Bradell Robel, the Leech Lake Brave Senior, Victoria Mayfield, Mercerina, Leech Lake Junior Princess, District 1 Ball Club Peter White Jr., Ariana Dorr, from District 2 Battle Point, London Monroe, Bianca Gail Martinez, Anniana Monroe Jackson, Preston White from Northern Reamer, the Leech Lake Junior Brave, Trayvon Lee, Leech Lake Princess Lon Rose Martin, Bognagizic Brave, Nelson White, and Tanya Losh is the Catholic Vina Princess. That's your royalty for Leech Lake Band. The drum group will play a flag song and the veteran song, and then we'll have the invocation.
Honor guard. Hold. Color. Present. Arm. Order. Arm. Left face. Forward. Arm.
Hey!
Ho, ho. Thank you very much. We're going to now, the next part of the program, we're going to do invocation. The Leech Lake Tribal member, Mr. Larry Aiken, is one of the Leech Lake's tribal spiritual elders and advisors. A traditional Ojibwe speaker, Larry is an endowed chair and director of American Indian Studies Department at Itasca Community College in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. He and his wife Polly have 3 daughters. 2 have completed college and 1 in public school in Bemidji. They reside in Cass Lake. Larry also will bless the lunch, the food meal, as well as say a special prayer for the firefighters. The firefighters, I want to mention that is native firefighters from all over the nation. And from Leech Lake, they're fighting fires in Washington, Wyoming, Oregon, and California. Some of the names are Dwayne Scudder Bebo, Tim Bebo, BJ Gochi, George Jacobs, Kyle Race, Terry O'Connor, Steve Mortensen, Melvin Woods, Nicole Carlton, James T. John. There are also fighters we must remember from the Red Lake and the White Earth Reservation, and also other nations, Indian nations across the country. We pay special tribute and for their safety and for their protection as well.
A koe ke je mani du ko sanan o dapen en nou same maar because kan ka gize man. Kwek kus du ke ge win. Maar when ik go mani du na gaan zit. Wie die gena ook man ka sa skoje me kak. Me go same man. Maar when ik go aan ke je maar tikken staan bij aan man. Ik stel me nou. Maar when ik go aan bij me zijn me schoenen kan staan met de key. Maar when ik go aan mani du na gaan. We die man wapen nu. Je was schouwen nu. Je was niet gaan bij en je wou je boek mani du na gaan zit. Je was je weet naam mani du na gaan zit. Je was dan nou coming. Je stinkt ja weer bij me. Ik bezit de baan en ik kijk de kinderen zien man. Maar when ik ga over man. Hoe je bij je wijn de kinderen zien man. Ik krijg maar get je daar man. Ja, je kunt dat zien, maar we wanneer ik gewoon maar doen aan gaan is het. Ja, ik heb maar doen aan gaan is het. De mama Paul, de mama. Ik weet gewoon maar ik heb al bij en wat bedoel je kunt dat zien, maar we zullen hem je kunt dat zien, maar af de dien zo. Monsieur, je kunt dat zien, maar je doet aan gaan is het. Ik spring ja weer wat bij. Dus je gaat hem aan de room gaat geven man. Maar wanneer ik go kwam maar je doet aan gaan is het. We zullen hem je kunt dat zien, maar Monsieur, je kunt dat zien, maar ook het je dagen man. Je kunt dat zien, maar maar wanneer ik kwam maar je doet aan gaan is het. Dus je kunt hem ook je kunt dat zien. Ja, je kunt dat zien, maar je gewoon nog maar je doet aan gaan is het. Je dat je bent. Maar wanneer ik kwam maar je doet aan gaan is het. Maar wanneer ik go aan maar je doet aan gaan is het. Je gaat je Pieter naar de man gemaakt. We gemaakt dat je dat ziet, maar is het. Maar goed, maar. Zo ja, ik ga maar niet doen aan gaan is het. Je know, ja, weg. Je know, aan gaan ik kwijt. Maar wanneer ik go maar je doet aan gaan is het. Maar dat ben ik al steeds maar je kunt dat ziet, maar is het. Je weet wat je doet aan gaan is het. Ben daar helemaal maar niet doen aan gaan is het. Maar wanneer ik op de dag ga, zo Pieter naar de man die kunt dat ziet, maar maar wanneer ik gewoon maar. Zo ja, ik ga maar. Dus ik ga aan korte man die kunt dat ziet, maar kijk, ik kunt dat ziet, maar je weet wat je doet aan gaan is het. Je kunt dat ziet, maar aha, ik weet.
Thank you, Larry. You may be seated. My name is Roger Aiken, I'm a Leech Lake band member, and I'm honored to be your master of ceremonies at this fine event and ceremony. Just a reminder that if you have not registered at one of the booths or the main registration table, please do so before the end of the lunch, where we have some raffle drawings, and that will make you eligible for the prizes. We also want to pay special attention this morning to a Leech Lake drum group from the Reamer Northland School, which we'll be seeing just later on. Also, the Nagani Ojibwe Language Immersion Program of the Chibougamau School. Before we get too far, I want to make sure that we especially the visiting media and the dignitaries and the honored guests, if you haven't had a chance to register, we'd like you to do that at the registration table. We'd like to acknowledge you sometime right around lunchtime. We'd sure like to do that, and we sure appreciate your presence here. At this time, we'd like to have the drum and dance performance by the Leech Lake Intertribal Group and a special fancy dancer, Mr. Eric Shepard. The dance and the drum group is led by Mr. Pete White and Bruce White. The group commonly known as Intertribal Singers have been singing in the Leech Lake community for 32 years. They work hard to pass on the songs and skills of the younger generation. The special fancy dancer who will be presenting is Mr. Eric Shepard, an enrolled member of the Sistan Wapadan Oyate tribe in South Dakota. Eric currently works for the Leech Lake Band Housing Management Team and has since 2012. Eric has been tribal dancing for over 27 years. We are proud and honored to share you with Mr. Eric Shepard, fancy dancer. Oh.
Everybody there, look ahead.
The youth royalty of the Leech Lake Band. Please give them a warm applause. We present Mr. Eric Shepard, the fancy dancer, will perform for us this morning. I want to mention that our own radio station owned by the Leech Lake Band, KOJB, is broadcasting live today, and we have other media here we will mention out later. But, thank you, KOJB.
Give our doctors a round of applause.
Round of applause. The royalty of the Leech Lake Band. I hope you're good. We'd like to pay a special tribute to the Northwest Bank of Cass Lake, who provided the continental breakfast this morning. Thank you very much, Cass Lake Bank. Now, it's my honor to introduce the chairwoman, Ms. Carrie Jones, for the State of the Band address. Chairwoman Jones was first elected to the Leech Lake Chair position in 2012. She became the first woman and the youngest person to ever hold this office for the Leech Lake Band at age 33. Her education and tribal government career have prepared her well for the position. She is an alumni of Bemidji State University with a Bachelor of Arts degree and majors in business administration and accounting with an emphasis in finance management. She is currently working on a master's degree in health care administration. She has held tribal positions in finance, tribal finance, as Leech Lake Tribal Controller, gaming finance management for the Fond du Lac Band of Ojibwe. She serves on the Minnesota Chippewa Tribe Tribal Executive Committee, Minnesota Indian Affairs Council, Midwest Indian Health Board. By virtue of chairwoman's position in tribal government and personal interest in education, she continually promotes higher education and its value to the individual, family, and community. Ms. Jones has two children, Bella and Brandon. Please honor Ms. Chairwoman, Ms. Carrie Jones. Thank you.
And good afternoon, everyone. Before I begin my formal remarks, I'd like to thank those who have spoken in presentations for the 2015 State of the Band address. I'd like to offer my appreciation towards Larry Aiken, the spiritual advisor who offered blessings for today's event. Thank you to the veterans serving on the Leech Lake Honor Guard and who have proudly represented our people in Minnesota and beyond. To the dancers and drummers who showcased our long traditions of following the Powwow Trail, and to the Leech Lake singers, we applaud your beautiful dancing and singing. Many are reminded of home when they hear the drum. Let me also thank our MC for the event, Mr. Roger Aiken. You're doing an excellent job. During my speech, a Nagani student will give a short Ojibwe Moan presentation, and Northland Eagles hand drum group will perform. The youth are the future, and I'd like to recognize how much talent they bring to our lives. I'd like to extend a quick thank you to Cass Lake Branch of Western Bank for sponsoring the light breakfast this morning. Lastly, I'd like to express my appreciation for the State of the Band Planning Committee. The Planning Committee started back in May to plan today's event. Please join me in applauding everyone involved in making the State of the Band address a success. My fellow band members, family, and friends of Leech Lake, welcome to the 2015 State of the Band address. Thank you all for joining us today. Let me introduce and recognize our elected leaders. District 1 Representative Kenny Duvall. District 2 Representative Steve White. District 3 Representative Leroy Staples Fairbanks. and our Secretary Treasurer, Mr. Archie LaRose. With hard work and dedication, the elected Reservation Business Committee strives to efficiently lead 17 tribal communities towards success. We are held responsible for ensuring the productivity and the effectiveness of our various Leech Lake divisions and programs, offering the best resources to band members. As a result, we conclude this fiscal year with much to celebrate. This year's theme for the State of the Band Address 2015 is the past, present, and future. If you haven't already, please take a copy of the State of the Band annual report with you. They're available in your gift bags or at the front entrance. The annual report relays information, statistics, and updates for the past 3 years I've been serving in office. We hope this event highlights the tremendous progress the Reservation Business Committee has made in recent years, while also describing the future goals. I'd like to begin my formal remarks with a financial update. Leech Lake is a major contributor to the local economy. Approximately, they provide 2,500 government, gaming, temporary employment, tribal college, and housing authority employment positions. Leech Lake is a top employer in our area, and the band takes great pride in providing as many jobs to deserving people. I am pleased to report that on the government side, our spending came in at almost $2 million under the budget's projections. Overall, the band's divisions and programs stayed under budget for the fiscal year 2015 because we implemented more rigid policies when it comes to our program's budgeting and spending. Almost $35 million of our revenue for fiscal year 2015 comes in the form of state, federal, and other agency grant funding. The band's gaming allocation totaled $12.5 million this year. Meanwhile, our business enterprises, including Chiwi and Northern Lights convenience stores, revenues for 2015 totaled just over $8.7 million, while our tax revenue, such as DRM license fees, totals over $8.6 million. Our finance and accounting departments handle a tremendous responsibility in tracking our government finances, so I'd like to thank those employees for their efforts. On the gaming side, we have good news to share. After a couple downtrend years, Leech Lake gaming revenues have recovered and returned to growth. For the fiscal year, gaming revenues totaled $12.8 million, an increase of $414,000 compared to last year. Slot revenue, table games, and profitability gaming numbers are all projected to increase substantially in the upcoming year. Gaming has contributed over $34 million in payroll to employees in the local area. The total revenue for Leech Lake tops out at over $170 million. The band continues to seek additional funding and revenues to supplement our existing programs, while also concentrating on strategies for Leech Lake to become an even more self-sufficient nation. With the financial and gaming updates covered, I'd like to turn your attention to the band's general progress in recent years. The Reservation Business Committee has worked on improving and building infrastructure throughout the 17 communities within Leech Lake's boundaries and beyond. Over in Duluth, a satellite office opened within the city in 2013 to offer resources and assistance to band member city residents. A local Indian Council board is elected to represent and give a voice to Duluth and Twin City band members residing in metro areas. We continue to improve our ability to serve any and all of our band members, whether they reside on or off the reservation boundaries. In winter 2013, we opened the doors to a new Leech Lake Government Center located in Cass Lake. The Government Center houses multiple Leech Lake employees, whom are key to running efficient governmental and administrative duties. The new building represents Leech Lake's strong presence in the community. USDA has been instrumental in helping the band obtain grants and funding to construct a new government center. In another area of Leech Lake, District 2 Representative Steve White collaborated with community partners including Cass County staff, tribal roads, and elected Minnesota Congressman Rick Nolan's office to construct an improved bridge in Boy River. All parties worked together, lobbying multiple sources to secure funding, the necessary funding in the name of a pedestrian safety. The bridge was widened and the cement barriers placed on the bridge itself to allow for safer fishing. While the band and Representative White continue efforts to construct a similar bridge in the Federal Dam community. I would now like to welcome a member of Congressman Nolan's staff to read a letter written for today's event.
Dear friends, what an honor it is to greet your distinguished chairwoman, Carrie Jones, our elders, members of the Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe, and friends as you celebrate the state of the band. Let me say right up front that we are continuing to leave no stone unturned in efforts to replace the Buganagi Shake School with a modern new facility that you and your children can be proud of. Earlier this summer, the House passed my bipartisan amendment to the education bill, H.R. 5, making it the policy of the United States that Indian children do not attend school in buildings that are dilapidated or deteriorating. And now, after I invited the House Education Chairman, John Klein, to Leech Lake to join me to see a visit of the school for himself, we have brought the entire Minnesota congressional delegation on board to press the Bureau of Indian Affairs to put this facility at the top of the list for replacement. I'm cautiously optimistic we can finally get this done, and I will keep you informed as our work continues. The fact is, celebrating a new school would simply add to a list of remarkable achievements for the band. You are involved in petitioning and educating government at every level, continuing the battle of sovereignty, education, and the environment. The Leech Lake Tribal College is recognized among the top 10 in America, and your summer youth programs are providing young people with marvelous new opportunities to explore careers and plan their future. You are celebrating your history with a wonderful new Why Treaties Matter exhibit in the Northern Lights Casino. You are planning and building state-of-the-art community centers, and members of the band are now receiving excellent legal services through an award-winning tribal court system. Progress like this has come not only through great leadership, but also with the help and support of dedicated band members and friends, including everyone here. We have much more to do, and please be assured that as those efforts continue, you'll have no stronger supporter than Congressman Nolan in DC. I am proud to be your friend and your congressman, and I wish you a wonderful event. Sincerely, Rick Nolan, Member of Congress.
Thank you for the kind words. On behalf of Leech Lake, I'd like to thank Congressman Nolan for always sending his support for the band. Now continuing on with community infrastructure information. In July 2014, the band and the tribal planning secured funding to build 4 new playgrounds in Jacksonville, Eagle Lake, Oak Point, and Mission communities. In 2014, District 3 Representative Leroy Staples Fairbanks and the Planning Division constructed a new community center in the Mission community. The 4,800 square foot center provides another space for our various communities to gather for events. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and the Indian Community Development Block Grant provided some of the funding used for construction. I am very proud of our government's dedication to towards building new partnerships and strengthening current ones. One of our strongest allies in the recent years has been Cass County. The Reservation Business Committee and the Cass County Board of Commissioners first signed a memorandum of understanding in the winter of 2012. The MOU has proven tremendous successful to many Leech Lake divisions and for the county. The MOU was renewed in April 2015 and provides a 5-year framework for cooperation on many important issues regarding natural resource management, community development, and economic development in order to maintain the Ojibwe culture. The band is currently exploring similar MOUs with both Beltrami and Itasca counties in the near future. I hold regular update and comment issue meetings with Beltrami County Attorney Annie Clausen-Huseby and appropriate Beltrami County staff. Leech Lake is also coordinating with Red Lake to raise both of our tribal flags in the Beltrami County Courthouse. As stated in last year's address, we have Leech Lake flags flying in both Itasca and Cass counties. We encourage other tribes and counties across Minnesota and the country to work together towards common goals and cooperation. The band truly enjoys working with Cass County, and we continue to look forward to future projects. The band is so proud of the partnership with the Chippewa National Forest. Originally, we signed an MOU with Chippewa National Forest in June 2013, outlining a clear process for consultation and communication between Leech Lake and Chippewa National Forest. This past fall and winter, Chippewa National Forest and Leech Lake worked closely on many community events and fundraisers for the 2014 National U.S. Capitol Christmas Tree Project. Thanks to cooperation between Chippewa National Forest, the band, synergetic endeavors, and Choose Outdoors, we were able to raise enough funds to send 132 children and 30 elders to view the Capitol Christmas tree lighting in Washington, D.C. Chippewa National Forest and Leech Lake employees joined students in replacing 3 new tree siblings to replace the white spruce brought to the Capitol. As an added bonus, the band knows we can always count on Chippewa National Forest to send Smokey the Bear to Leech Lake events. Before I continue my remarks, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the Northland Eagle Hand Drum, a group of young men who traveled with us to D.C. for the lighting of the Capitol Christmas tree and sang at some of the receptions. Please enjoy the songs you are about to hear.
Before they begin, I want to make a couple of comments. These young students that live within the Leech Lake Reservation, within the district of Reamer, from communities such as Keagle Lake, Longville, Boy River, Boy Lake, Sugar Point, Battle Point, within the reservation. The students you're about to hear are Mr. Logan Monroe, 13 years old, son of Leah and Sean Monroe. Isaiah Hindley, 11 years old, son of Jessica Hindley. Ronald Day Jr., 10 years old, son of Stephanie Day and Eric Johnson. Preston White, 8 years old, son of Donna White and Dwayne Kerr. Landon Monroe, 6 years old, son of Leah and Sean Monroe. Please give them a warm welcome. Ho, ho. Congrats, Northern Eagles.
Thank you, young men, for delighting the audience with your performance. Moving forward, open communication and collaboration has proven successful in many ways for the band, and I have no plans for slowing down. For the first time in fall 2014, my executive assistants and government relations staff worked on establishing new absentee voting locations in Cass and Itasca counties. Working with Cass County Auditor Treasurer Sharon Anderson and Itasca County Auditor Treasurer Jeff Walker, the band increased ballot access and easier voting processes for band members and the general public. The Cass County Satellite Office was located at the Leech Lake Government Center and was open for voting for 46 days. The Itasca County voting location was in the Ball Club Community Center and was open for 14 days. We welcomed enrolled members and non-enrolled public to vote at either location. Overall, 120 people cast their state and federal election ballot in the weeks before and on election day in November 2014. After the election season ended, the U.S. Department of Justice released an announcement seeking legislation that may require state and local election officials to work with tribes in locating at least one polling place on or near each tribal lands for future elections. Elected to Minnesota Secretary of State office in 2014, Steve Simon has become an ally for Leech Lake. Mr. Simon supports early voting and same-day registration, allowing easier access for voters. Both Mr. Simon and the band also opposed voter photo ID requirement, legislation that would have created barriers for minorities especially. We thank Mr. Simon for the work he has done on behalf of the band member voting access. As evidenced by our progress, not one, but two voting locations on Leech Lake lands, we are already ahead of the curve. For the upcoming 2016 presidential elections, Leech Lake employees have already started a task force and have begun meeting on a monthly basis in order to prepare. We hope to increase voter turnout in the upcoming elections. The band would like to thank nonprofit Four Directions and Cass and Itasca counties for assisting Leech Lake with this positive endeavor. I'd now like to take a moment to offer our sincere appreciation for Mary Lou Rasmy, President and former founder of Leech Lake Legacy. Mary Lou and her team of dedicated volunteers have coordinated over 15 spay, neuter, and surrender clinics across the reservation since Legacy's first clinic was held at Pike Bay Town Hall in March 2012. Mary Lou, Leech Lake Legacy, and volunteers continue to work closely with Community Service Officer Rory Holland and the Leech Lake Tribal Police on veterinary services for reservation animals. Over 2,200 animals have been transported and adopted out. Over 1,000 animals spayed or neutered. Over 50 animals have received specialty surgeries on site, and hundreds of dog houses and thousands of pounds of dog food have been dispersed. Miigwech. Not only has she and her many volunteers helped our four-legged animals, Mary Lou has also connected Leech Lake with multiple other partnerships and resources. This past winter, Mary Lou secured over 6,500 hats, mittens, boots, socks, and jackets to be handed out across our communities. My executive assistants are collaborating with Mary Lou, special events, and Leech Lake Housing Authority to hold a Taking Care of Animal event on Saturday, September 26th in the Onigum community. Along with building dog houses for Onigum families, we'll be hosting a variety of animal-centered workshops, a meal, and storytelling. At the beginning of August, District 1 Representative Penny DeVault, District 2 Representative Steve White, and a variety of Leech Lake employees met with Mary Lou and the Kids in Need Foundation. This foundation is a national organization focusing on awarding teachers grants and resources, supplying children with school supplies, and responding to students affected by natural disasters. The Kids in Need Foundation has supplied enough backpacks and school supplies to cover the need of 225 students expected to enroll at Buganageeshik this school year. Both our organizations believe it is crucial children are given the tools they need to succeed in education. Kids in Need Foundation also supplied numerous UB class packs stuffed with school supplies handed out to area school teachers to use throughout the academic year. While we are just beginning to foster a partnership with Kids in Need, Leech Lake looks forward to collaborating in the near future. The band continues this type of networking to provide the best resources to band members. I have witnessed that more resources come available to band members when we engage in community collaborations with outside entities. We thank you all for your support and partners in these endeavors. Miigwech. One of my initiatives as tribal chair, as you may have noticed by now, is strengthening community collaborations. Another major goal for my leadership has been increasing local community infrastructure throughout the reservation. In 2013, we opened an office in Duluth for city resident band members, and in 2014, we built the Mission Community Center. The Reservation Business Committee passed a resolution this summer allocating funding to construct new community centers in both Onigum and S Lake. District 1 Representative Penny DeVault allocated some of this funding to 4 District 1 communities to aid with smaller community repairs and projects. Winnie Dam, Deer River, Ball Club, and Inger communities have been identified basketball courts, street lighting, picnic pavilions, and community education classes as a priority area for this funding. Meanwhile, District 2 has been coordinating with Leech Lake Divisions, Cass County, and the Minnesota Department of Transportation to obtain funding to construct a new paved bike trail along Bena community. Over the past year, band members in rural communities have experienced accidents due to the lack of pedestrian safety on Highway 2 and other routes. Phase 1 of the construction has started from Old Housing Road and to be continued towards Big Winnie Store by the end of the fall. Phase 2 of the construction will extend the trail from Old Housing Road to the Big Fish Restaurant and be completed in 2017. The Department of Resource Management has dedicated a fishing pier in the Onigum community to Leo Jordan. Leo Jordan served as a valuable Leech Lake DRM employee for over 20 years. Leo Jordan was one of the first Native American Cass County Deputy Sheriffs in 1972. Youth Division coordinated their Take a Youth Fishing Day in conjunction with the pier's grand opening this past June. Those attending the grand opening enjoyed a meal, fishing, and boat and canoe rides. We'd like to thank Cass County for donating the pier at no charge for Leech Lake. Now moving on from Onigum community to Bena infrastructure. The Lyman D.D. Losh Transitional Home opened in May 2015 in Bena. The transitional home provides temporary housing and services for those seeking a residence. The Reservation Business Committee created a 10-year plan to end homelessness by developing new financial and housing resources to generate additional housing units and services from emergency shelter to affordable home ownership. The D.D. Losh Transitional Home is now open and houses up to 30 residents and families and 1 handicap accessible unit. Both District 1 and 2 have dedicated their resources towards improving both community infrastructure and community programming. The Blandon Foundation and Arrowhead Regional Arts Council provided grant funds to hold regalia making workshops for over 50 people in 7 communities. Adult community members are sewing regalia for their youth family members. My office is now coordinating with the Duluth LIC to hold a similar workshop this fall. Teaching sewing to band members helps improve their lifestyle skills as well as preserves powwow traditions for future generations. Now moving forward, as many of you may have known firsthand experience, many of our families and friends are negatively affected by the use of alcohol and drugs. As a successful reservation business committee, we are dedicated to building and expanding resources to help our band members lead a safe, productive way of life. For example, the outpatient treatment program now provides services in Ball Club and Bena communities and plans to extend it to Onigum in the near future. Meanwhile, Leech Lake Tribal Police has hired a second narcotics investigator to address the increase of calls coming in concerning substance abuse and methamphetamine in particular. Leech Lake is the only tribe in Minnesota to fund 2 narcotics investigator positions. Tribal police are also using grant money to continue coordinating the meth project coordinator position with Patty Bittner and Mike Reyes. Patty and Mike have presented over 150 times in the course of the fiscal year, educating communities and youth across the state on the danger of substance abuse. In April 2015, I presented a new resolution to address the public health emergency concerning pregnant women and new babies born exposed to alcohol and drug abuse. Over the past years, it has become evident Leech Lake is experiencing an increase of newborn babies born with negative side effects due to prenatal drug and alcohol exposure. The Human Service Division has created a task force to address this growing issue by revising or drafting public policies and using cultural values for healing. The task force works towards no longer stigmatizing pregnant mothers with drug issues and instead embraces and supports our women towards a healthier lifestyle. Another large-scale project soon to arrive in Cass Lake includes a new Leech Lake opioid treatment facility, with the grand opening taking place at the end of this month. Revenue has grown substantially since the opioid treatment program started in 2008. Today, the opioid program is a self-sufficient program, providing additional funding to 12 other Leech Lake divisions. Currently, the opioid program serves 110 clients. Once a new facility is completed, we'll be able to serve over 200 community members looking to live a substance-free lifestyle. As a new facility opens, the opioid treatment program hopes to implement an inpatient program, daycare, more cultural activities such as sweat lodges, and an aftercare program, as this successful program continues to thrive in years to come. The Addiction and Dependency Program recently expanded the Men's Halfway House in Cass Lake. The Addiction and Dependency Program funded the expansion itself by using the division's billing revenue. The Halfway House expanded from 6 beds to 30 beds, offering an alternative safe support system for chemically dependent men who want to live differently. Moving Moving forward, the Cass Lake Indian Health Service is currently under renovation and construction since May 2014. The 2-year project will add 28,000 feet and remodel 8,500 feet of space. Much of the interior will be updated, roof replacement, and a number of patient care rooms doubled. Construction is ahead of schedule and is expected to be completed by fall 2016. Leech Lake is happy to assist with IHS renovations to provide improved health care for our band members. In other health news, the groundbreaking for the new Elders Assisted Care Living Facility was held back in April. The Shakopee, Mdewakan Sioux community awarded Leech Lake $1 million grant to aid with construction and equipment. Over 21 healthcare and administrative job positions will be created upon facility grand opening in August 2016. The facility will provide housing for elders with medical care, assisted living, hospice care, physical therapy, nursing, and other healthcare needs. Along with improved medical care, the band also strives to increase resources in other health fields. In addition to the new Diabetes Fitness Center that was completed this past July, the new addition expanded the workout space for the cardio room and weightlifting room for band members and employees. The Health Division has recently purchased and completed renovations for a full mobile clinic to serve band members residing in rural communities. The mobile clinic has already visited S Lake and Kego Lake communities in its first summer of service. Various clinical services are conveniently provided right where band members live, ranging from health assessments, child care checkups, and prenatal appointments. Patient benefit employees are also stationed with the mobile clinic to assist community members with signing up for health insurance. We encourage band members to stay active. For example, the band allows fitness times during the workday. Moving away from Health and Human Service, another Leech Lake division is the Department of Resource Management, dedicated to the protection of the natural resources present on the reservation. In recent news, the DRM purchased over 89,000 pounds of wild rice from band members this past season, resulting in $178,000 into the local economy. Here's an interesting fact. Leech Lake is the largest tribal producer of wild rice in Minnesota. Our lands contain 40 wild rice producing lakes, more than any other tribe in the state. Commitment to partnership and collaboration is a priority at Leech Lake DRM. Cass County and DRM signed a memorandum of understanding to authorize particular housing parcels to be assigned a tax-exempt status, cutting our property taxes and saving the band an estimated $84,000 a year. Another strong partnership DRM has built is with Chippewa National Forest and continues to grow in ways we never thought possible. An interagency personal agreement allows Chippewa National Forest to fund a Leech Lake employee position and salary. This position will act as a liaison between our two agencies on current and future collaboration projects. DRM has also started collecting revenue on the Trader Bay planned unit development and will place environmentally friendly community sewer systems in the unit by the end of the summer. The band is now generating $100,000 on the Traders Bay property and has increased DRM program revenue. And to top it off, DRM has purchased over 1,094 acres of land and increased our land base by 3% in the past 3 years. More land has been purchased back in the past 3 years than in the past 20 years. I'd like to acknowledge the many employees of DRM, who make all these accomplishments so successful. Leech Lake Housing Authority has also been busy and productive over the past couple of years. Housing Authority has completed a 15-unit home ownership development in Ball Club and the 7th low-income housing tax credit development. The new development provides an additional 25 housing rental units near Norway Heights, Wolf Lake, and Town Line. On a particular interest, Housing Authority was a recipient of a capacity building grant from Enterprise Community Partners. Leech Lake used the grant to create a critical needs assessment of the District 1 portfolio. We are proud to announce housing has begun construction, renovations, and upgrades to 22 to 28 units this summer as a result of the critical needs assessment. Leech Lake Housing Authority and the Tribal College are building a partnership to build eco-affordable homes. The mutually beneficial agreement will allow students to spend one academic year designing and building a single-family home. Housing Authority will provide construction materials, on-site job skills, and will designate the placement of the home. Both DRM and Housing Authority are large Leech Lake divisions with tremendous workloads and areas to cover. Community collaboration and hard work by Leech Lake staff definitely pays off. Now moving on with educational updates. For the school year 2014 and 2015, early childhood education graduated 98 children heading into elementary schools across our 7 centers. Bugnageek School graduated 13 seniors, and Leech Lake Tribal College celebrated the success of 44 graduates this spring. The importance of education must be fostered starting in early childhood throughout college. For example, early childhood started a summer program at the Tribal College to support parents with child care as they work or attend classes. A similar summer program has been recently implemented at the Cass Lake Center for pre-K to first grade children. Both summer programs provide additional child care services by providing age-appropriate developmental activities for busy families. The Education Division awarded 237 post-secondary financial aid packages to band members seeking higher education. The Leech Lake Tribal College has also experienced continuous success with their innovative styles in teaching and learning. The Tribal College expanded the number of scholarships from 2 to 6 this year, increasing opportunities to be successful. The new public library is now open, with 9,000 feet and costing approximately $2.7 million. The new facility houses a learning center, a smart classroom, conference room, study areas, and 56 computers. The Tribal College welcomes the community to use the new library as it's open to the public. Another innovative policy enacted this past school year includes proclaiming the Tribal College as a commercial tobacco-free campus. Leech Lake was the first college in Minnesota and the first tribal college in the nation to partner in the Healthier Campus Initiative through the Partnership for a Healthier America. The new policy in no way infringes on the traditional, sacred, or ceremonial use of a sema or tobacco. We welcome a healthier learning environment with no fear of secondhand smoke. For the past 3 years, my office has hosted the Tribal Administrative Internship Program for 2 graduate high school seniors each summer. Cass Lake Bena graduates Adriana Wright and Vincent Robinson spent 4 weeks with the Reservation Business Committee, learning how the tribal government runs and earning college credits at the Leech Lake Tribal College. Adriana and Vincent are both interested in healthcare, so they spend their time shadowing at Health Division and Indian Health Service. I wish Adriana and Vincent the best of luck as they continue their education path onto the Tribal College and Haskell Indian Nations University. As Tribal Chair, I strive to foster a positive environment that actively supports academic success. Education is a major tool in successfully running a tribal government. I'd like to take a moment to recognize all of our recent graduates, from the Little Head Start graduates to those earning their associate's degree at the Tribal College. We wish you the very best of luck on your future educational paths. Miigwech. As many of you have read in the national publications, such as the Huffington Post or the Star Tribune, the band has dedicated much of our lobbying efforts towards building a new Buganagishiq High School. Before I give an update, let me introduce Nakaya Lash, a Nagani Immersion School student. Nakaya is a bright example of our hope for the future, a young woman on the road to learning Ojibwe Moan, the Ojibwe language. Welcome, Nakaya.
Equation cause in Ijasa Baboniges Makwan Dude in Gijama Nigani Gabe or Jabamo Gikawa Madeva Gamagong Nijwasa Babunan. Shikwa and Daja and Mabamichkama Gikawa Madeva Gamagong. A Pitin Dago or Gikanwa Madev or Gikain Daman in the Bain Dago Zean and Makea. Nigani Wing Niwi. Kikinwa ma kwa Asia. Anishinaabe Wayang Gigit Guna ma Awia Go Gida Gunaway Damin Winawa Waywain Ijipamadiziangi Way Go Gine Anishinaabe Moyang Inda Jaganashima Jinisidudu. I'm going to speak in English so you understand. Hi everyone, I'm really happy to be here. My name is Nakaya Lash. I'm 12 years old. I attended the Nigani Ojibwe Immersion School. Because Nigani grades is K through 6, this year I will be attending Bemidji Middle School. I'm here today to speak about language revitalization. I truly believe that this culture is not just how we talk or things that we do. It's a way of life worth protecting. Just to share a few of my experiences, I have traveled many places to show people and their organizations how language at the state capitol to help lobby for funding to ensure our language programs can succeed. I will continue to fight for our language because it is so important on so many different levels. We need to do everything we possibly can do to ensure its survival. Not just for us, but for future generations and the generations after that, and all the generations after that. Language immersion is a huge part in the effort. The way I was taught in Nigani is an experience I will never forget. We became a family day in and day out, learning about life and its principles, and all at the same time learning our studies all in Ojibwe one. Being able to talk in Ojibwe with my late grandpa really made him happy. Being able to talk with my younger siblings and family members at home is a bond, and we try our best to help it, keep it alive. This culture, this language, can teach you things the books can't, and we need to save it. I'm beyond thankful to have been a part of Nigani. I hope it continues in immersion style in many years to come. Miigwech Bizindawig. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, very well done. We're very proud. Just a short story. regarding Nakai Lash Ikwe, meaning Indian lady. She gave oral testimony at the Minnesota State Capitol Legislature for state funding of the Ojibwe language program at her Buganagisk school. The legislature contributed funds to the program. The program name Nigani, an Ojibwe word meaning the one who leads, was given by the late and the great Leech Lake elder Mr. Johnny Mitchell. Johnny was employed at the Buganagisk school as a language instructor, historian, advisor, great storyteller, and a grandpa to all. He said these students and graduates will someday be the future of the Leech Lake Reservation. He has parents, Ashley Cloud and Bill Lash, and Nakaya's great-grandfather is Johnny Mitchell. Thank you again.
Miigwech for your wise words. The Reservation Business Committee works with school staff to secure yearly grants and funding to officially run the Immersion Center so students like Nakaya may continue learning the language and the culture. As your elected leaders, the Reservation Business Committee travels to St. Paul and Washington, D.C. to engage with state and federal officials to advocate on behalf of Leech Lake on a number of important legislative and regulatory issues. Due to this work and over the past year, we have been extremely successful in securing important resources to advance, among other issues, the band's important educational objectives. Through a strong and important partnership, the band worked with Senator Tom Saxhog and Representative John Purcell to secure $250,000 in dedicated funding from the state of Minnesota for the Nagani Immersion Center and an additional $1.3 million in one-time BIE per pupil formula funding. On a specific note, I would like to take a moment to especially thank Senator Saxhog, who aggressively fought for funding in the Nagani program when a number of his colleagues were fighting to remove it. He went all out for us and the Nagani program. Thank you, Senator Saxhog. We are really lucky to have Senator Saxhog and Representative Purcell representing us at St. Paul. Furthermore, the two worked to secure the additional language in the 2015 State Education Bill, which provides the Buganagisk an additional $167,000 to help address current achievement gaps and strengthen our educational programs. Leech Lake continues building momentum for the replacement of the Buganagisk High School. In August 2014, Leech Lake greeted Department of Interior Secretary Sally Jewell and Assistant Secretary Kevin Washburn as they toured the high school. The Reservation Business Committee and the school board has testified at the state and federal levels on multiple occasions throughout the recent years. I traveled to D.C. as recently as March 2015 to testify in front of the U.S. Senate Committee on Indian Affairs. Last month, I held a meetings with multiple members of the Minnesota delegation to keep the Buganagisk school replacement on their radar. The Bureau of Indian Education announced in mid-July that 78 BIE-funded educational sites have been determined as eligible applicants for the No Child Left Behind Act new school replacement. Buganagisk School is one of the 78 sites invited to submit an application for funding due August 24th. Ultimately, BIE is in the process of creating a new replacement school construction list. Leech Lake is putting in every effort to ensure Buganagisk submits a strong application for BIE review. Minnesota Department of Education has been a tremendous ally in assembling our completed application. Once the application deadline has passed, the BIE will review all submissions and release a revised school list. A number of parties will be invited to present their applications in Albuquerque, New Mexico in the following months. I'll keep continuing releasing school lobbying updates and newsletters so all band members are notified of the progress. I'd like to acknowledge those most affected by the depleted conditions of the school facilities. Thank you to the students and faculty for being patient as we continue to fight for a new school. Leech. The band is planning many exciting, innovative projects for years to come. For example, the Reservation Business Committee will review a White Oak Casino expansion plan and a Palace Casino replacement plan. Gaming is also seeking new business ventures for the Shingaby property near Walker, as this location has great tourist potential in summer months. Along with gaming endeavors, Leech Lake continues to strategize the best methods towards becoming more self-sufficient through other business adventures. Leech Lake continues building up our wild rice online sales endeavor with comprehensive marketing and sales plans to capture a larger online market. This past April, tribal leaders representing the various Minnesota Chippewa tribes voted and passed a resolution concerning the potential recognition of different Chippewa and Ojibwe blood. The MCT resolution states that the current membership provision is too restrictive because it does not permit other Ojibwe blood. MCT tribes have considered this in-depth topic and have found many Minnesota Ojibwe possess varying degrees of other Ojibwe blood, and this blood should not be excluded when determining tribal eligibility. The resolution states adult members must be currently enrolled with an MCT tribe and be able to cast a ballot on whether other Ojibwe blood and Canadian First Nations blood should be counted towards membership. So ultimately, the decision will be left up to MCT members. I believe this is an important step forward for future generations. I believe I speak for many here when I say the blood quantum process is a huge concern for many band members. Upon presenting the resolution in front of the Bureau of Indian Affairs and Department of Interior, the Secretary of the Interior will hold a special election for the proposed change. We will provide additional information on potential election days as more details are announced. Moving forward, the groundbreaking of the new Justice Center facility, a $4 million construction project, was held in April 2015. The new Justice Center will be located directly behind the Government Center in Cass Lake. The new facility will have office space for tribal courts, 2 courtrooms, jury trials and deliberations, and probation, along with space for tribal police and legal departments. The band hopes to coordinate with surrounding partners to host county courts at the Leech Lake Justice Center. The Reservation Business Committee seeks to lessen transportation and travel stress by centralizing more county services closer to where band members reside. The Justice Center is expected to be completed by March 2016. The Reservation Business Committee has designated 10 acres of land located near the Elders Assistant Care Facility as a health and human service complex through resolution. In the recent years to come, Leech Lake envisions this area to include more facilities to house both health and human services divisions in one convenient location, along with building more health amenities like elder housing. In closing, there are many initiatives taking place that we have not had time to discuss today. I apologize for this, and I want to say that your efforts have not been overlooked. Please take a minute to visit the informational booth and the Why Treaties Matter exhibit on display just outside this room. Yes, we have problems that need solving. Substance abuse and generational poverty are enormous obstacles for our people have faced for decades. As evidenced by the wide range of past and present updates I've presented today, the Reservation Business Committee has been working hard to provide solutions to the negative issues we face. And in years to come, I promise to build stronger community partnerships so the next generation of leaders will have a strong base to begin from. I'd like to say on behalf of myself, Mr. Archie LaRose, Ms. Penny DeVault, Mr. Steve White, and Mr. Leroy Staples Fairbanks, that we are all dedicated towards moving Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe in a positive manner into this upcoming year. We firmly believe all the topics I have discussed throughout my speech showcases the hard work and dedication we have towards the future success of our Anishinaabe people and future generations. As elected leaders, we'll prepare Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe's divisions, employees, and band members for a strong future without forgetting I passed. I'll end this year's State of the Band address with a promise that we as a nation will do everything in our power to continue improving our divisions and efforts on behalf of the band members we serve. Thank you all for listening and attending the 2015 State of the Band address. Miigwech.
Thank you very much, Chairwoman Carrie Jones. Before you get a chance to get up and stretch your legs and move around, just a quick announcement about the lunch format. As you can see, there is no buffet table set up. That doesn't mean you're not gonna have lunch. The lunch will be served at your table by the reservation division directors and the managers and other staff members. So once you've had a chance to stand up, take a stretch, be seated back at your table. The division directors and the staff will be meeting at my left, which will be your right, in the corner here for huddle up for some last minute signals. So with that, I'd like to say it'll be break time for lunch, and we'll be making other announcements as we go along.